Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If we can think new thoughts about ourselves, about the way things are, we can change our world, we can change reality. That was the belief of the 19th century father of New Thought, Phineas Quimby. When it comes to what we believe then, how we situate ourselves or understand ourselves to be part of this reality, part of this universe, we're asking what is essentially a religious question. And although I've asked this question out loud, it's been articulated verbally, you've heard it, this does not mean that you now are able to actually give me an answer. Because all the components which would constitute a full answer to that question are probably not consciously available to you. It's as if we've got this script within us, this script which we call our beliefs. And I'd say to you, do you actually believe that? And you'd say, no, I don't believe that, or vice versa. And it would matter to you because this script, these precious beliefs, we think constitute identity. I'm not the kind of person that would believe that kind of nonsense, and so on. If I could really ask you what you believe, I wonder what they'd say. And by you, I don't mean your Facebook bio. I don't mean yourself that you project out into the world around you. I don't even mean that internal you, that internal dialogue that's constantly affirming you to you. I mean the whole you, the silenced you, the unseen you that paints the pictures that constitute your dream world. That you may give us a very different answer. Quimby once visited an old woman who was lame, crippled, crutches and all. His assessment of her condition was that she brought it upon herself, unknowingly, by way of her own limited worldview, her creed. She was entombed within her own fear and ignorance. It manifested in her bones. She was a fundamentalist Christian. She took the Bible literally, and it scared her. She probably couldn't have said as much. She wouldn't have been able to articulate it and would have probably fallen back upon some old tired platitudes. But nonetheless, the fear was there. Quimby said that from within the tomb, God was trying to burst her out. God was pushing at the bars, trying to resurrect her. There's a particular way that some people ask questions about the Bible. Some ask questions out of curiosity, to explore the multifaceted ways that such questions have sat with people in the past. They inhabit the questions, and thus they find themselves in an open, creative state of mind. Others ask questions basically in order to close the questions. They ask questions because they need to know, and that knowing comes down upon them like a stone. It locks them down. They're hungering for the bread of life, and they're left gnawing on a stone. And this was the lame woman's situation. And Quimby was seeking to treat her, and the only way to do that was to address the underlying root of her ailment, which was her approach to the Bible, the way she approached and read passages from the Bible, from her locked down vantage, which needed to be pried open. In other words, the material of her worldview, the Bible itself, had to be reimagined in such a way that would allow her to permit herself to step in to a new reality for herself. So Quimby began with the passage from John chapter 7 that goes, "I am with you only a little while longer, and then I am going to the one who sent me." Quimby asked her what she thought this passage meant, and she said that she believed it was about Jesus when he went up to heaven. And then Quimby reimagined it, making it all about her. I am with you a little while longer. I am here with you now, in this suffering, in this lockdown state that you find yourself, this agonizing and restrictive state. But it cannot hold. You must go on to the one. You must enter into the presence of God. And that means you must enter into perfect health, because perfect health is part of God. If you only follow after God and not John Calvin, not his restrictive theology, there will be a shift that takes place. This shift in thinking, which will bring with it an immediate relief. And that is, supposedly, according to Quimby, exactly what did happen. She was able to hold in her mind that perfect health and step into it, because that was what being in God for her ultimately entailed. She therefore, in effect, experienced resurrection. So Quimby offers us this example as a model, as a blueprint for us to follow. It seems like the most difficult part of this, though, is our ability to identify what our own limiting beliefs even are. Particularly given that our whole self is not immediately available to us, like I've already said. For the fundamentalist, this limiting belief is perhaps evident, particularly to those observant outsiders. But for us, to identify within ourselves these limiting beliefs, this is more difficult. If the ideal is living into that infinite creativity, or, we run into a problem with language here, living into that ideal, or what words fit better for you, living into God, living into the spirit of life, the energy of the universe, creativity, fullness, breath, nature, beauty, joy, peace, perfection. Stepping into that is our goal. And so we're asking ourselves, what belief is sending us in the opposite direction? What part of our identity is sending us in the other direction? It's not a rational exercise, ultimately. We're not thinking our way into that new reality. We're allowing ourselves to dwell or inhabit that reality, to actually experience it. And this shift can actually be a lonely experience. If you go through this conscious raising experience, will others be able to even understand? Will they be able to follow? Maybe not. If your friends, your family is locked into a particular worldview, a worldliness perhaps, it may be impossible for them to look past that. They may need time, or it may, quite frankly, never happen. If we take ourselves then, our reason and senses may question, ridicule, scoff, and laugh. But if we are able to go within and find within something true, then that spirit of life will step in and do the rest. According to your faith, be it unto you. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, do all that usual stuff. And I actually did do another video on Phineas Quimby that you can check out here, more kind of biographical, the impact of his idea, and so forth. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.